The winds have shifted in Alethkar. Once Kholinar shone, a beacon of pride and glory. Now its towers groan beneath the weight of despair. Its people whisper of shadows moving in the rain, of oaths long broken beneath the thunder's roar. 4 souls drawn together, bound by threads unseen. An investigator chasing truth through a city drowning in secrets. A thief, mercenary by name, but fierce of heart, determined to save the home that scorns them. A fabric cloaked in falsehood, shaping light and metal, seeking to forge a better tomorrow before the storm consumes the present. The Vorin woman, staring defiance into the eyes of destiny, striving to become more than her world dares to allow. The city trembles. Cults, old and forgotten, whisper beneath the weeping stone. And from the tempest comes a call for those who would speak the last ideal.
So I was editing an episode not terribly long ago, and the amount of times that Lane is doing pensive fingers when we go live is frankly a ridiculous amount. So, hi everyone.
It's every time, baby.
It's pretty close to every time. You always hit some sort of finger pose of some sort. You're always doing some sort of fingering. You know what I mean? So. We left our... Don't read into that. We left off last time with our Radiance having a little bit of a personal and interpersonal conflict. It was tense. Emotions were high. There were members that had deceived, whether through lies of omission or self-deceit. There were those that simply lied or very prominently displayed their avoidant attachment style. But regardless, there was a very significant amount of revelations that were brought to the table from each of the Radiants, whether it was elements of the other cells of the Dreyer, the fact that there seems to be a cult that is springing up around them, investigations into the Suns leading to stark realities, or unfortunate conversations with entities that, insofar as we know, lack a proper definition. So, we pick back up with our else caller. Our else caller would be found specifically where?
Is this the next morning?
Do you want it to be the next morning? Or are there things that you would like to tackle in the evening and explain? You gave me a sort of...
Yeah.
You gave me a sort of explanation of what you wanted to be doing in the evening, and if you want that to be displayed on screen, then yeah, you can. We can start in the immediacy.
So after everyone decided they're going to go to bed, after Tunavir's visit, Fira goes back to her apartment. She's thinking through all of the revelations and all of the things that had happened that day. She's thinking about Akarin and how he's back in the city. She's thinking about Berdalar and Klim. She's thinking about everything that Alstrom and Navali shared and everything that Tunavir said, and she is finding that she can't sleep. And so she decides to channel that energy into productivity. She's going to start by making 2 copies of that book that they stole from the Devotary. Do I have to roll or anything for that?
We could, you know what? I think, yeah, it would be interesting to see if you have any mishaps with that.
Mm-hmm. That's just transformation,
That would
right?
be simply transformation, yeah.
Yeah. Because they talked about making copies, one for Walea, and she decides to make 2. And that is a 12.
A 12 is plenty. This is transforming a solid to a solid, and you are familiar with the both materials. So it's a simple. You are convincing an empty tome to become a sort of copy of this manuscript, and the book does not take a lot of convincing. A little push to say you can be something important. You know, do you want to be a written novel? Do you want to see, you know, the hands and eyes of someone else? Do you want to actually be read? Whatever words you use to coerce this this empty book to become a filled tome does work.
Mm-hmm. And I think she's taken aback by how easy that was for her, and how there's still so much night left ahead of her. And she's thinking back to the dinner before things got kind of uncomfortable, before Tunavir visited, and how nice that dinner felt, how much the sheath felt like a home. She thinks about how he made these changes to her own apartment to make it feel more like a home. And she's just musing about what concept of a home is. And she starts crafting. She starts sewing and stitching and soul casting, and cutting some extra cloth she had from decorating her own home. Just making patterns. She's remaking patterns when it's not precise enough for her. And she stays up all night crafting. And I'll explain what she's crafting when I get to the next morning.
For sure, for sure. The night passes. You have your ever-present companion in frame. He largely criticizes your work throughout the evening. He mocks you for it being frivolous. You should be training the blade and, you know, military action. And he sort of gives you the gears that frivolous wastes of time will lead to, like, deaths and your own downfall, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And then near the end of the night, though, in a very significant show of growth, he does say, he's like, what you made was actually quite nice.
I hope they like it. And then she doesn't sleep. She stays up all night working on it. It's a big project.
Mm-hmm.
So the next morning, I think her first stop would be returning to the sheath.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think we can assume that Navali is present in the sheath.
Yep.
Do you? I mean, regardless, I think Navali would definitely be present for whatever you happen to be doing.
Yeah. Does Fira know? Would Navali have told Fira like a way to get in without setting off the alarm? Or is
Yeah, the crew, you guys each know ways to get in that are safe. You know what the safe paths look like.
Yeah, I think you can also assume a certain amount of like almost a thieves' cant of sort when it comes to like knocks and symbols. Like you might not know any of like the formal full languages or you know like the minutia of what the network uses to communicate throughout the city, but like you know enough to get in without getting skewered by spikes or dropped into a pit or having like a rock dropped on your head, etc., etc., etc.
Yeah. Okay, so she does the knock that she's learned to get in, and waits for Navali. She doesn't just storm in by herself.
This
Rudely.
is nighttime or morning?
Morning.
Okay.
Probably not too early because she would assume that y'all would not be up as early as Fira would be up.
For sure. One of the kids lets you in, and you see why Nev is in the training area. And you probably didn't hear her telling somebody to get the door. Because the knock that you know is a specific knock. So they know that it's you.
Yeah.
But they let you in.
Okay. And then
You're
she's
here
gonna...
bright and early.
Yeah. Do you have a second?
Nev.
I don't mean to
steps back
bug
the
you from
dummy.
training.
It's fine. I do this every day.
Yeah. I said I would bring something back for the space. So I made something for the sheath. For all of you. And for each of you.
Yeah, you're getting swarmed by children now. I need you to know.
Krav,
so I've got this like big bag. I didn't know if I should bring something decorative or useful, and then I realized it could kind of be both. So I made these from what I remembered from each of you, and she's gonna look around at the kids. But if I chose wrong, tell me and I can fix it. She's gonna pull out of her bag individual blankets for each of the kids in the network, and they're each designed differently. Like Karav's is magenta with like a silver stitched border. Dervin's is like red and orange with black edges, and it's got a little stitched knife on it. Valarin's is blue and green. Van is like green and yellow with like zigzags, kind of like crazy looking. Talav's is teal and white and light blue. And she just gives them out to each of the kids.
Oh my gosh. I don't think a single person complains. They're all excited to get gifts.
Yeah, the kids are uproariously excited. Dervin sort of immediately ties his as a cape around his neck. But the rest of the kids kind of fold them and put them aside, but are very excited.
Yeah. I wanted all of you to have something that was yours and not like borrowed or not shared, but everyone should have at least one thing that belongs to them, only to them. And then I have this, and she's going to pull out something else from her bag. I wanted the sheath to have something made from all of them, but only if you want it there. And she's going to turn to Wally and say that. And she's going to pull out a tapestry that she made using scraps of all the colors from the blankets. And it's going to say in like dark gray letters, the sheath holds on it.
Aw. I love that.
I'll pass that to you.
Oh wow, this is great. Yeah, let's put it up. Nev will climb up or float up, really, and kind of tack up the tapestry on one of the walls that isn't covered completely in murals.
Yeah, it's sort of a testament to the fact that the sheath has become incredibly lived in, and that it is a living space, in that it takes a little bit of effort to find enough real estate to hang this where it isn't just dominated by like all the doodles and other hanging cloth and everything else.
Little kid crafts hanging from the ceiling. And
Yes. Yeah.
When Nev lands back down after finding a spot, looks to everyone. Now, what do you say to Miss Vera?
You hear just a wave of thank yous and thank you so much, and Dervin just says hell yeah, or damnation yes. You see throughout the room, while the blankets are being passed out and the tapestry is being hung up and the kids are sort of like, all crowded around, there is a rather prominent amount of blue petals that are sort of swirling around the kids. Joyce Brennan.
Aww. And then, Navalia, didn't forget you to. I just thought you might refuse a blanket, so I tried to make it a little bit more practical. And she's gonna pull out like a travel mantle for you that she made that could also double as a blanket. And it's like dark outer fabric. It's got like a hood. It's got hidden pockets on the inside, but the inside's very, very soft. So it's like a blanket interior, and the lining has little patches and threads from each of the colors of the kids' blankets.
Oh, I love that. Nev sees this and immediately puts it on. There's no hesitation. Immediately puts it on. This is awesome.
It looks good. I never made clothes before. It was an experiment, but
well, other than those dresses we got, I've never been given clothes before, so this is nice. Thank you.
Yeah. I just wanted to give back. This place is really feeling like a home.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, and here's the book. I know we talked about this yesterday. I didn't sleep much last night, or at all.
Oh. Are you okay?
But there's a lot going on. And here's the book. I don't know if you were still planning on going to Alea, you and Alstrom, but I made the copy anyways, just in case.
Yeah, thanks. I have some things I gotta take care of first, but I'll take care of it. Or I'll get Alstrom and we'll take care of it.
Yeah. I think it's pretty cool that there's another Radiant that we know of, but anything you need help with?
No. Thank you for all of this. This is really nice. Can we circle back to the part where you said you didn't sleep? Please don't pick up Bear's habits. If the two of you are gonna do whatever you're doing, don't pick up his habits, please.
I'm not trying to be like Bear. Yesterday was a lot of information, and my mind wouldn't calm down. So I made stuff.
So you make things when you need a distraction. That seems a lot healthier than what I would have thought of.
I mean, it's probably not healthy to not sleep at all.
No, you
but
should definitely
yeah.
go home and take a nap, or you can stay here whenever you want. I'm sure there's a hammock somewhere that isn't taken.
Before I do that, I did have another purpose for stopping by today. I was going to ask for your help or the network's help, really. I was just trying to think of what we should do next, and
What
when
we
it
should
comes
do
to
next.
Bakarin, yeah. We should.
Go ahead.
You can tell like she's like struggling to talk about this part. Tunavir said that Bakarin is in the city, and I know that you all can get around without being seen, at least much easier than I can, and you all hear things. And I think if Bakarin has been here, as long as Tunavir said, we need to figure out what he's been doing so quietly this whole time.
You want us to spy on him. You want us to find him.
Not that could be dangerous. I think I'm more asking if we could figure out things like if he's been seen, what the city has already seen about him, without putting anyone into unnecessary danger. Because like which nobles or noble households have had people gone missing, if anyone's been arrested or escorted or relocated, or whether there's been skybreakers seen near the palace ward or the temple district. More so rumors, less trying to find him outright. Yet.
Rumors we can do, but rumors often lead to finding things.
Yeah, well, finding things is good. Approaching, being seen, having him notice that he's being followed is not good. He's one of the best fighters I've ever seen, and he's also apparently a Radiant. We shouldn't try to rush crossing paths with him.
Above table, Gem, Fira hasn't told Nev about Bakarin, right?
He's been
Not
mentioned.
really. He's been mentioned.
The details haven't been brought up. Like, he's her ex-captain. She's
Right.
mentioned him as a skybreaker and mentioned Nail. He said he was working for Nail before when he visited. He
Right.
stopped by over. Yeah, so the basics that they have a history.
Nev listens to all this and says, "You're talking about finding rumors on this man, but Tunavir wants us to kill him."
Us, not the network kids. And I'm not sure if I'm ready to agree to kill him yet. I think I want to know more.
Fira, I am open to finding out more, but if he is a skybreaker, the likelihood that I will be put in a position where I need to fight him or kill him is high.
I don't think we'd win where we are right now, is what I'm saying. I think if we are to fight him, we need to know more first. We need to know what he's been doing.
Information is key.
I know that there is a future that we might have to face him. I just think we need to be as prepared as possible. He is not like those men we fought in the alley. Okay. He has killed before and will do it again with no hesitation if he thinks it's just.
Nev just kind of watches you. In case you haven't forgotten, so am I.
He's also been a Radiant longer than we have. I don't know how far down on his journey, he is. I'm stressing this because I think it's just so crucial to not be noticed or seen by him yet.
Then I will handle it myself.
With someone else?
Who else?
Valarian even counts.
I'll take Valarin.
Yes, please don't go by yourself, please. For the same reason why I get angry when Berdalar runs off by himself. I don't want to wonder if you're gonna come back.
That's interesting. I always forget that there are people other than the network that actually care whether or not I come back.
Yeah, I care. I just gave you a...
Yeah, gifts and saying it out loud are different things. Fira.
Well, maybe I should
appreciate it.
say things out loud more often then.
Maybe so. Well, I will add it to the list. I have quite a to-do list.
That means add
so
more to your
I will-
to-do list.
I will send a message your way when I start the hunt.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm using that term lightly. I'm looking for information.
Yes.
In fact, I'm going to be meeting with some people soon who might have information already, so...
Yeah.
2 sky eels, 1 stone.
Well, I can't stress enough how much I'm begging you to be careful, but thank you. I think this is going to help us plan for what to do next.
I will be careful, and hopefully in time you will learn that I always am.
Yeah. I'd like to learn that then. All right. Maybe I should go and take a nap.
If you wake up with a bunch of stuffed animals around you, if it's here, I'm just warning you now. It's a friendly
Yeah, is there a
form of
good
hazing.
spot? Is there a good spot here I could nap?
There's plenty. Yeah,
Someone
there's
show
hammocks.
Fira. Yeah, I'll say someone
Yeah.
show Fira where one of the free hammocks are.
There's since Cutter's been removed from the picture, it's become such a more cozy space. There are places to nap, there are places to rest, pilfered textiles and pillows.
There's little
from,
hidey holes in the walls.
Yeah,
and-
alcoves
yeah,
that
all
have been
kinds of-
carved. The possibilities are endless for sure.
Yeah. Okay, so she's gonna go, and I think the weight of staying up all night, pulling that all-nighter, and just being nonstop
Nails you.
productive is gonna hit her all at once, and she's gonna curl up in a little ball.
Okay.
Yeah, they're all gonna leave stuffed animals around you while you're sleeping. That's what they do.
It's so cute.
Yeah, stuffies that are all, for the most part, like homemade and, yeah, are very, very, very sweet. And I feel like, yeah, that's where we'll zoom out from Fira. Folks, I am gonna need just like 2 minutes. I had a delivery to the door, so I am going to need to. I'm gonna throw us into be right back for literally 2 minutes. Literally 2 minutes, and then I'll be right back. So tell your dogs we love them. Be right back. Goodbye. Bam. I told you it was only going to be 2 minutes. Sorry, there was refrigerated things. We needed to get up. So Fira is peacefully napping inside of the sheath, surrounded by handmade little stuffed creatures, a little stuffed Kremling, a little stuffed Chul, a Chul stuffy, and yeah. So next I have to ask the table because I for sure wrote this down and then threw the note that I had away because I usually scratch things down for names because I'm bad. I'm bad at this. I was like, I'll remember it. Does anyone recall the name of the man that was?
Oh, I have it.
Yeah, do you have his name?
I do.
Yeah, I
Kosovan.
do. Kosovan, right? Kosovan. That is the name. Gotcha. Thank you. I'm gonna write that down real damn quick. Actually, I'm gonna put it in our chat.
Put it in the campaign notes.
Thank you. On that note, we are going to zoom in on Navali. So, Nev, the night has passed. The next day has dawned. Fira has come and given out a couple of gifts, and you've discussed tracking down Bakarin, taking the copied manuscript to Alea, and you still have to go and meet the Dreyer. Cell that was the one separate from your own. So my question is, what would you like to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna go meet up with the other Dreyer cell.
All right.
I want to see what they're about.
Yeah, absolutely. Can I presume that you scope the location out hashtag Nev style
yes,
before?
Very much so.
Yeah, you aren't just gonna like stroll down the lane twirling a cane.
Absolutely not. I'm spying on these fucks before I hang out with them.
Yeah, shocking. Okay, cool. So to set the tone, I think the very first thing that I'm gonna need you to do is roll a stealth. If you are doing a proper reconnaissance, I think there is going to be a necessary amount of stealth.
15.
A 15?
I did not roll very high.
That's okay. So with a 15, you reach Kosovan's parlor. Now, Kosovan's parlor is an unnamed, unlabeled building that is inside of the temple district, the place just to the east of the palace. And this building is 2 stories tall, nondescript. It seems like at one point it was a tenement housing, very much for like housing ardents, that are visiting the city, and et cetera, et cetera. You've seen houses and building projects like this dozens and dozens and dozens of times across Kholinar. And there's really only one difference, specifically with this one, in the fact that it's a little bit shorter, a little bit squatter than the buildings around it. And you look down from the rooftop of a building adjacent that you have climbed and gotten to the top of. And it's got shutters on all of the windows, even on the non-high storm side. You notice that you notice all of the trappings of a safe house. Even though this is obviously a public operation. You see eyes coming out through slats from time to time. You notice that there's an endless rotation outside of the employee entrances or side entrances of people that just are going outside to smoke incense and to, have a drink from a flask or discuss things with one another. You're reading lips. They're not talking about anything. They aren't actually making conversation. These are lookouts. These are individuals that you understand are simply there to patrol the surroundings. These are the guards that aren't guards that operate outside of every underworld establishment. There's one stark reality that you notice of every single person that you see operating here. Besides the sort of constant stream of both light and dark eyes, every single person that you see as a staff member or a member of operations in Kosovin's establishment is a light eyes. Every single one.
Nev makes stink face at that, for sure. But yeah, on whatever night I tell him I'm gonna show up, I assume. Actually, I think he said to just drop in whenever.
He did, yeah. He definitely left an open invitation to drop in when it was convenient for you. There was no pressure.
Yeah, so I'll show up one evening. After scoping it out for a few days to see what it's all about. But I will go to whatever the typical entrance is.
For sure. I think on the last day of you scoping out the location, that this was not your most incredible espionage action that you've ever accomplished. And you see on a few occasions a set of eyes looking back at you.
Okay. They know I'm no fool, so.
Yeah. But yeah, you approach the main entrance. This simple single door leading to the inside of these tenements. And you knock. A slat in the door opens up. And you see a pair of pale blue eyes looking back at you, looking down. Well, we were wondering when you were going to show up.
I had stuff to do.
We all have stuff to do. Absolutely. And then the door opens up, and you see a tall Alethi man wearing all of the same trappings as you would. Clearly not ready to go out on a job or anything like that. He's not heavily loaded with, the typical accoutrement. But, yeah. The interior of this building is a stark difference from the exterior of this building. The outside is the simple sandstone, sort of pale tan of the majority of buildings of Kholinar, the sturdy sandstone structures. And on the inside, you walk in and it's covered wall to wall in wood. The wood has been painted a very rich, stained, a very rich red color. It gives you the feelings of a almost mockery of Bright Lord, Bright Lady society. The furnishings are all finery of the highest quality. None of it matching. All very clearly stolen from different walks of life. The drapes that hang on every window are a different color each time. Bright purples and deep reds and bright pinks and yellows. And it almost looks like a carnival menagerie sort of inside. There's gambling tables that have been set up with plush seating, all mismatched. There's, of course, a plethora of individuals that are playing games of chance, very clearly an illegal act within Kholinar and Vorin society as a whole. These are all not games of skill; they're total games of chance. And sitting at the back, sort of this very large first floor area, holding court, is Kosovan. He's got his feet up on a table that is made out of some sort of hardwood, trimmed and gilded with like a very serious amount of gold. And he's playing, he's got a knife spinning on his palm and then twirling it between his fingers. Tossing a sack of spheres up and down with one hand, clearly engrossed in a conversation about one thing or another with a few of his compatriots standing aside. You notice that as far as staff members are concerned within this place, there's about 8.
And the guy who lets me in leads me back?
The guy who lets you in goes back to standing at the door and pays you no mind whatsoever. You're in now.
Dope. So I'm taking everything in at my own pace until I reach wherever he's holding court in the back.
You eventually, you run your finger across tables.
I'm not trying to hide or anything.
Yeah, everything's sparkling clean. Everyone here seems to be having fun. There's food being served. It's this is very much a happy establishment. And you reach the back wall at where Kosovan is posted up, and he sees you standing there. And he looks to his 2 companions that were sitting at the table that he has his feet up on. And he just looks to them too and just says, "Oh, you, storm off. Business." And they're like, and then you hear the whisper that goes between the two. And it's just like, that's Neff the Knife. They actually showed up. And then they politely get up and walk away. Kosovan doesn't bring his feet down, doesn't give you any extra deference, and but looks you in the eye. You made it.
Yep.
So, what do you think?
Looks around. It looks like a gambling den. I like the decor, though.
It's curated.
I can tell.
And he starts pointing things out. He's like, that's Bright Lord Tilladan's Shea Lounge, and that is Bright Lady Kellerin's, that's her ottoman, and over there all of these drapes were taken at various seasons from the palace itself. Queen Aesodan picked out that specific maroon for some sort of coronation ceremony, but she had to replace it with a very ugly mustard yellow at last minute. We do well, and frankly they can all rot.
I would agree with that. So your side business is stealing furniture from bright lords and bright ladies? Is that what your cell does?
No, it's not really a side business at all. This is just a hobby.
Well, if you find any furniture you don't have room for, I could always use more.
Well, I mean, we can go and gather some.
Chuckles a little bit because it's just ridiculous. Just taking all these random things.
Well, there's a certain beauty in the absurdity of it. If you walk into a Bright Lord's house and you break every single lock in the entire house, you unlock every single door, and you leave every single personal chest completely unlocked, and you leave a questionable note with our symbol on it, and nothing else is taken except for a set of throw pillows, it's about getting in their head.
Nev actually laughs at that a little bit. That's brilliant. I should do that sometime.
Honestly,
Agreed.
honestly, we've been fighting for our lives for so long. We're done with it.
I would agree with that. We're on the same Stormin page there.
Well, almost.
Well, we'll see.
Well, you have kids, we don't.
Yeah.
Cutter was a real piece of work, huh?
Yeah.
Hired children.
He took me in when I was 15.
I became Dreyer when I was 16.
So we've both been in it for a long time.
Yeah, but I had adults with me. Rumor has it you're the oldest.
I am.
Kids. He used kids. Huh. Well, I'm glad you made it through.
Thanks.
I've heard a lot about you.
Like what? If you start rehashing all the legends that people spread around, I'm gonna get bored.
I would only bring up things that I know are true. As far as the rumors go, I've perpetuated a few.
Not surprised.
It's good to have a contemporary that's supposed to be more scary than you.
That's what they say.
Like, yeah, they are me. What I've heard is you've broken into the palace. You've killed your former employer. You work with some of the most capable people in the entire city. You have a team of incredibly capable youths. And you have the ear of the wall guard. These are not small feats.
Oh, did you want me to confirm or deny? All of it is true.
That's what I thought. No, honestly, this isn't a vetting process. I want to work with you. If anything, you should be vetting me. I put on this whole display here tonight. I brought my best patrons in to spend a whole bunch of money and make me look cool. Are you kidding me? You're Nev the Knife.
So, you have a gambling den, you steal furniture as a hobby. What are your real skills?
Okay. You read, right?
Yes.
He pulls out from the table a set of papers, and he sets them on the desk. And at a glance, you look at them, and they are trade manifests and crew manifests for Cholwagon deliveries that come to and from the city. And you notice a long and very well-established logistical monopoly when it comes to textiles, when it comes to raw materials, when it comes to the comings and goings of storage within Kholinar. He says, I am a logistics guy. Second story burglary is the hobby. What I do is I move things, and I make sure that the people that need to know, the people that need to get paid, and when I need something moved that is, and then he chooses his words very carefully, extra legal, I ensure that no one knows about it that doesn't need to. That is what I do.
Smuggling. That is a
I wouldn't
skill
call it
set
that.
No. Transportation. Logistics.
Logistics.
That's something I actually need help with.
Well, that, and we also are, well, we have learned that it is an important trait to also be incredibly strong and skilled. So we fight.
You fight. Do all of you fight?
No one gets into this organization without being able to beat me in a fight. Not a single one.
Show me your crew.
Okay.
I want to meet them.
Yeah, sure. And he gets up, and he puts a hand in the air and makes a symbol with it, like almost like a sign language. And every single person in this room stands up. The patrons stop laughing. The individuals that are running the tables stop running the tables. Spheres are collected. The patrons leave, and then all the people that are wearing staff clothing gather around as the rest of the people in the room filter out.
Damnation.
This is my crew. There's 9 of us.
I look at everyone. Which one of you is like me?
A woman that's about 4'11" walks up with pale ghost gray eyes. You see a wicked scar running across the throat. That's me. She's got black hair pulled back into a ponytail, and she is bristling with axes.
Axes? Just like...
Hatchets, more, but...
Okay, hell yeah.
Mhm.
Short queen with a bunch of axes. Fuck yes. She'll... I assume you all know who I am, but I'm Nev. You can call me Nev. You don't have to say the knife. Please don't, actually.
No one... And then the woman speaks up. She says, "My name is Via." And to be frank,
Yeah.
she looks to everyone else gathered here. No one here knows Nev, but everyone knows the knife.
Well, nice to meet you. Kosoven said you were... Dustbringer?
Yes, that is what I am.
Are there more like you, or is it just you?
There was another, yes.
I'm working with a few different orders. I've been slowly trying to meet more.
I had a twin.
I'm sorry.
Skybreaker took him. So.
Bastards. The Skybreakers have attacked me as well.
We had only just spoke the words.
Sounds like we all have a lot to talk about. But we'll get to that.
It's good to finally meet you.
It's good to meet you too.
I couldn't care less about the legends. You're Dreyer, and that means something.
Nev will nod, but she doesn't fully feel the same way because she hates the Phantom Dreyer.
It's becoming very quickly obvious that you had such a different experience when it came to Dreyer.
Mm-hmm. And we don't have to go through the names of all the people. I'm sure you don't have them prepped, but yeah, just introductions. And...
Yeah, Kosovan goes down the line. He's like, this is so and so. This is so and so. This is so and so. This person is this person here runs the warehouses. This person here is a chul caravaner by trade. This person here does metallurgy. This person here is acquisitions. This is our hidden compartment specialist. They can get anything in and out. And this one, and you get like this long, incredibly curated.
He says metallurgy, like in conversation. I don't think Nev knows what that is.
Oh yeah, for sure. Okay. Yeah, he definitely says metallurgy. Yeah, we have a metallurgist.
What's that?
Oh, somebody that works with like metals and like making new ones or crafting certain blends of metals to accomplish different things. It's a fancy word for saying sometimes I need something harder and sharper to stab someone better and faster with. That's really what it comes down to. Yeah. Stronger locks, stronger knives.
Do we have Scadrial characters here right now? So
and honestly, they're a whiz. They're a whiz with metal boxes. I ask them to make them strong and light, and they do. That's all I really need most of the time.
Interesting. Well, yeah. Your crew, well, you're all adults, so it probably doesn't seem too small. It's smaller than mine. But I need people who can fight. The kids, most of them are just scouts, or I don't put them in that life. They're just with me.
Yeah, Kosovan nods. We all fight. I tussle. The rest fight. I'm more a lover than a fighter.
Nev just rolls their eyes. I see.
Listen, there's better ways to get into a Light Eyes establishment than killing the guard. Sometimes the guards, well...
Well, it's easy when you're light-eyed, I suppose. Take advantage of that.
It's an unfortunate condition, but yeah.
Unfortunate, right.
I get it.
What?
I get it.
I'm sure you do, given that you're in the Dreyer. I shouldn't be too hard on you.
No, we haven't earned anything from you. Not a damn thing. You can judge me.
No.
I come from a culture that absolutely oppressed yours. We kill you people. That's how this works. That's exactly how this works. We oppress you, we use you for cheap labor, and we treat you like second-class citizens. And I say we because it is we. Because until about 8-9 years ago, it was we. I'm not so far removed that I forget all of the trappings and finery that came with what I am and who I was. But every single person here, I can tell you, verifiably hates what we were and chose to remove ourselves from it. We'll use our privilege, specifically to tear down theirs.
I can get behind that.
Yeah.
And now I don't have the same kind of Dreyer sense of loyalty that the rest of you seem to have.
I'm addressing everyone because they're like, "Oh, you're Dreyer. That means something. This, that, and the other."
Yeah.
I realize it means something to you, but I think our experiences in the Dreyer they couldn't be further apart.
Yeah, things were rough under Cutter, hey?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you were Dreyer, and that means you've been... that means you came out of the creme.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're all there, and frankly, storm him. He's dead.
You're right.
Yeah. So, all right, you all Go, leave. I'm done with you. And the entire crew just like roll their eyes and like they defer to what he asked, but like and when he says I'm done with you, Via socks him hard enough to bruise. And he's like, "Ah, God, why?" She's like, "Don't try to show off in front of the new girl. He's like, "Fine, God." And
Oh, so you are a show off. That makes sense.
yes, theater's in my blood. Oh my goodness, are you kidding me?
I'm surprised we didn't run into each other in the theater district then.
Well, no, I'm not classically trained. I do operate within the houses and small parlors of Light Eyes. I've put on a performance or two. I know how to dance. I know how to sing.
She just kind of rolls her eyes a little bit.
Oh, that's rich. That's very rich coming from you.
What are you trying to say here?
I'm trying to say I've talked to your kids and they've said one thing about you.
Which is?
You're a dancer.
Oh, yes, that's true. I did. A friend taught us all how to dance.
Oh.
We went undercover for a ball thing.
Right.
And I didn't know how, so that sucked.
I'm sure you
Now
didn't
here I
love
am.
every minute of it. You didn't exult in the theater and the athleticism and the fact that it's simply fun to move your body in ways like that and be close to another
Yeah.
person and spin
Yeah,
and
it's
twirl,
fun.
and it is fun.
Yeah.
Yes, well.
So, I think she'd say,
One of these days, I want to spar with your people. Not today, obviously. We should plan this.
Yeah, fight him whenever.
Then we'll do that sometime.
I would love for them to get their ass beat finally. I can't do it.
Well, unless anybody's ready now, I'm pretty much always ready.
Well, I mean, if you want to spar with Via's the best of us.
Nev kind of lights up a little bit. Like, this is much more interesting to Nev than making pleasantries with this man.
Yeah. Okay. Well, here's the thing. If you're going to fight my people, first of all, full consent to fight whoever you like under my.
Well, I'm not going to hurt anyone sparring.
You're not going to hurt anyone. That's no fun. So, what I'm going to say is, do you like what you see?
Yeah. I need fighters. You're fighters. We have the same goals.
We need to stop the Cobalt Guard from pushing in on our territory. We need to show a united front. That's what we need to do. We can't do it alone. We need scouts. We need spies. We need thieves. You need muscle, and you need people that can move goods, spheres, raw materials for you. Frankly, if I were to paint it out as obviously as I can, we need each other.
I would agree.
Cool.
And I'm sure you can tell how not super willing I am, but it's necessary.
I will draft up the marriage agreement here soon, and then the Dreyer will have a proper mom and dad. I'm the mom. And then we'll live happily ever after, ruling over Kholinar and the lands in between here and Shinovar. It's fine. Our grand empire will span generations.
Right. We'll figure it out.
We can definitely figure it out.
I have plans for another base, one that we can use jointly.
Really?
Nothing set in stone, if you'll forgive the pun, but it's happening soon.
Before you abuse my staff, I have one question.
What's that?
Why are people calling your companion Feraniel the Dawnflame?
She's radiant like me, but a different order.
And she's training people to fight openly in the market and getting away with it. How is that happening? If I decided to do that, I'd be arrested tomorrow.
Fira has this way about her, and the people in the market see that.
I've asked the people in the market. The people in the market used to be my people. That is no longer the case. And from what I've heard, the guards are scared of her.
They should be.
Did she burn a man alive?
What do you think?
I think the fact that it's a conversation piece about some good Vorin girl who used to work in the military writing down logistical papers, that's hot.
That's hot. That's what he says. That's so funny. Nev, who does not compute such things.
It's alluring. It is attractive. There is nothing better in this world than a woman that could kill me.
Well, yeah, probably. She's a fighter.
All right. Perfect. Then I'll leave you to your business. I have wine to drink, and no, that's it. That's really all I had planned. I was going to read a good book today. That's kind of
Does he have a drink like sitting out on the table?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, I steal it.
You steal his drink?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Give me a thievery.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Ooh, give me that thievery.
Oh, that's super good.
Oh no. Okay.
22.
Ooh. He rolled a 21. He rolled a 21.
That's so funny.
You snatch the drink, and he goes and he's like, I'll leave you to it. And then goes to take his drink, and he's like,
downs it. Sets it down.
Training time.
fair play, dancer girl. And then he gets up and walks to another part of the parlor upstairs. About a minute later, Via comes back downstairs after having left at his behest, looking a little annoyed that she's been told to stand and leave and come back down and now supposed to fight. And she looks at you.
Are you down for some sparring?
She gives you a very unnerving glare, just looking at you. It looks like she's sizing you up, and I'm going to ask for an insight.
Yeah! I suck at that. No, actually, I don't. Nev's pretty okay at insight. Okay, 14?
A 14?
Yeah.
You're looking into Via's eyes, and you're like, oh, is this person really that intense? Like, they're staring through my soul. These, like, pale ghost-like gray eyes boring a hole through you. And then you recognize it. You're like, this is an intimidation tactic that I use all the storming time. And then you see a singular anticipation spren pop off of Via's shoulder, and then you look down and you see a thin line of burning, splintering, lightning marked, like electrically spreading, burning wood, spreading out towards your foot to like undermine your footing. And they are using very clearly some sort of, they're using division. And since you catch it, that is a simple, rather than doing like,
I float.
yeah, you can just like go up, and there's no.
I breathe in Stormlight. I make a little bit of a show of it since it's just us.
Oh yeah.
And I glow and I float a little bit.
I think instead of having a formal like initiative, throw powers, etc., 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 this is a simple sparring match. So I am going to ask for a best of 3 rolls, and you can use it's I think you'll use. I think the best. It'd probably be light weaponry would be the best way to show off your combat ability. Yeah.
Okay.
And we'll do a best of 3, and then we can sort of narrate the action here.
Okay, so 14 on the first one.
14. So on the first roll, Via has rolled a 17, and she turns one of these axes around and starts using the blunt ends of them. And you two are catching each other's weapons and dancing around one another. Dustbringers also have access to adhesion. Or not adhesion, abrasion. So can slide, and is like, it is this delicate, intense dance. You floating on the air, her slipping and sliding underneath of tables, between chairs, using the terrain. At one point, you see her float up onto the wall and slide across it. And she catches you off guard by throwing runs her hand across the ground and then comes up with a handful of like glowing sparks and tosses it across you, and it sort of throws you aback, and then she catches you in the ribs with the back of an axe. And we can roll again. Rollies.
Okay. This is light weaponry. 18.
An 18. Yes. She attempts to dance around it. You go ahead and narrate how you catch her.
I think I see the direction she's going in.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're kind of moving very quickly.
Oh, yeah.
And I see what direction she's moving in, either on the floor or on the wall. And so I am just a little bit faster than her, and I make the wall... I use adhesion on the wall to get her to stop and stick. And like, basically, I'm not trying to hurt her, but since we're both Radiance and I don't have to hold back as much as I do with regular people, I know that I can like clothesline her down. Like, she gets stuck and I knock her down.
Oh, absolutely. She hits the dirt. You hear the air, the wind blow out of her. You see that like puff of like bioluminescent, misty smoke that comes when someone breathes out Stormlight involuntarily. And then it comes down to this final roll.
Okay.
Need to beat a 14.
That is a 19.
Ooh, okay.
16 plus 3, because it's all light weaponry.
Yeah, she's huffing, puffing, clearly bruised, clearly out of breath. Go ahead and narrate.
Oh,
so I said you needed to beat a 14.
Yeah, I think I just pin her.
Don't say it.
What?
Don't say it.
Say what?
I'm gonna say it. That's hot. So, so Nev, You outmaneuver, you outplay, you have the power of flight, you skirt across the ceiling, you're navigating through these like handfuls of sparks and, you know, the smoldering ash that is thrown, and then eventually finally hearing the thunder in my background is really cool.
Yeah, I hear it too.
Yeah, and eventually you are atop via blade, you know, threatening.
Yield. That was good.
Hated that.
I'll get up and help her up.
Via gets up. I've never lost. I've never lost.
Nev, who's not even winded.
Well, then we'll do more training until you beat me. Not like now, but, you know, in the future, if you want.
Yeah, we could do that. I'd like to do that.
It's nice to have somebody I don't have to hold back against too much. Because, you know, Stormlight.
I can't imagine what fighting you in the open field would be like.
I
If
can
we
fly
weren't
really fast.
if we weren't in a confined space, I would have been doomed. I lose that fight 10 times out of 10. Huh.
Shrugs.
Okay. Well, honestly, that's eye-opening. What? And her mind's like racing. She's like, what else can all the other Radiants do?
Well, see the future, make illusions,
What can the Dawn Flame do?
she can look into Shadesmar, and
What's Shadesmar?
there's a sword, and her Spren is really annoying.
She starts going through like all these questions, and like clearly she's like searching for answers of like why she lost, how this could have happened, like what exactly happened
like
here,
I'll
and
tell
like
her,
da.
I'll tell her the surge types that we use. I
Yeah.
won't say who's who because I'm keeping it like vague, and I'll
Yeah,
talk
for
about
sure.
what I do as well.
Yeah, so I can do gravitation, hence the floaty. I can also send you flying. I didn't want to break furniture or stuff here too much, so yeah.
Kosovin's furniture can burn. I don't care. You shouldn't care.
Well,
We stole it.
yeah, but like I'm a guest, and we don't know each other that well, so
Don't you outrank him or something?
as far as the Dreyer structure went, probably.
Sure. Yeah, all right. Perfect. Well,
I don't really care about that, but
I don't. It'd be nice for someone to put him in his place sometimes. Smarmiest bastard this side of Alethkar.
yeah, I've noticed.
Yeah,
He's a good man to work with.
he's a great man. Yeah,
I'm
he's
gonna say you're all here, you all listen to him.
he's a little
None of you
crazy.
look too perturbed by it.
He's a little crazy.
Wow.
Sometimes he does things that
Aren't
doesn't
we
make
all?
sense. Yeah, but he talks really big. He's always talking about the next step and the next big thing, and he's always making these gigantic moves. And last, okay, one thing that you should know before you start working with us, Kosovin, is the fact that he is going to try to rope you up into the grand downfall of Kholinar's reigning culture. He doesn't hate Light Eyes. He hates that he is one. And he hates the culture. But he thinks that every single person can be redeemed. Every single one. And it's really hard to work under that capacity sometimes. Because when I want to simply put down a threat, he says no, and I will listen. Because listening has kept me alive.
He thinks everyone can be redeemed, huh?
Everyone.
That's an interesting belief.
He's on the fence about Rave. I'll tell you that much. If there ever was one.
No, that storming bastard needs to die.
I'm not going to get in between you and him. Kosovan might.
Well,
It's that serious to him.
That's a bridge we can cross when we get there.
Yeah.
Something that your boss should know.
Colleague.
Your colleague.
Peer. The guy who pays my bills. Whatever you want to call him.
I don't have the same tact. While I do not enjoy killing, for men like Rave, men who do evil, men who do things that harm the defenseless, they will fall to my blade. That's what they deserve.
Kosovan is going to look you in the eye, and the very first thing that he is going to ask you is, does that apply to everyone? Who do you kill first? A light eyes that abused someone, or a dark eyes that abused someone? And then he's going to tell you to put your bias aside and look at the entire situation clearly. And then he's going to ask you if those people can still serve Kholinar. Can they still get people to have food in their mouths? Can they be fishermen? Can they be retrained? Is there a redeeming quality inside them? And he's going to get in your head. He's good at that. Believe me. A light-eyed Radiant killed my brother. And a man that's a part of some of the worst structures that Alethkar and Kholinar have to offer. I had every reason to hate Light Eyes and to hate abuses of power. And Via starts telling you stories about some of the people that were pointed out to you. Some of the other staff. It's like he used to smuggle fire moss into the city. And in really no uncertain terms, he was facilitating heart addiction. Him, and then says the metallurgist, he used to have nothing to do with metallurgy. He used all of his tools to turn blackbane into poison, sell it to the highest bidder when it came to assassins within Kholinar. That person was one of the palace attendants, made sure that Dark Eyes got less food, ensured that they didn't get too much within the palace. Now he feeds the homeless. Anyone who is unhoused can come here and eat for free. I don't know if everyone can be redeemed, but I do think everyone has a chance to at least try to change. But I'm not changing your mind today. You did kick my ass, so I felt like I could get up on my soapbox a little bit. And then, she cracks her back in a rib, and she's like, oh, God. Spends a little storm light, heals a bit. Oh, I think you popped something out.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. And do we feel like that's a good place to zoom out on Nev?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Folks, it's about time for our actual human break this time, not the 2-minute go put the groceries away break. We appreciate you all. Please stick around. Go tell your mom, dad, sister, brother, cousin, tell your local congressperson, tell your hot boy, morally ambiguous, salt of the earth, very morally complex. Tell that guy, keep doing what you're doing, baby girl. We'll be back in 10 minutes. Oh, hey, reminder. Also, I totally forgot. It's our affiliate anniversary today. It's been 3 years that we've been an affiliate, that we have been telling stories on the internet, while having the affiliate status. If you do have the means, please subscribe. Give us some bits. The money goes towards things like art and assets and like things that go back into the channel. It pays for our subscriptions like Epidemic Sound, the music that you're hearing right now. It goes into our art creation subscriptions so that we can make the overlay assets and stuff that you see here before you. Pays for the channel. So please give if you can, spread the word if you can't. We'll be back in 10 minutes. Tell your dog we love them. Hello, everyone. It's us, Another World Tabletop. Freshly subscribed to, it would seem. Thank you, Elrumus. Thank you, Spoonie, for hype trading the channel. I didn't think asking would do anything, and it's every bit is appreciated. And really, in no uncertain terms, you've helped pay for a large chunk of the subscriptions that we use on this channel, and it's very, very, very much appreciated and very generous. So,
Aaron, I don't think your players can see you. Unless that's just me.
Yeah, we can't see you in Video Ninja.
Oh my gosh. It's because I killed my camera in Video Ninja. That's 100% because
back.
I was getting up. I'm here. And everyone can see me in the in the chat. But my players couldn't. I was too embarrassed from losing that fight. So but yes, we are going to zoom in now on a laboratory. I'm assuming one that has been, I'm assuming we're in the one that has been established in the sheath, correct?
No, I think
Oh.
I think it's another lab
Okay, yeah.
somewhere else.
Okay. So one of the surreptitious laboratories that have been established elsewhere within Kholinar, we zoom in and see a table filled with aluminum. And it is stretched out into geometric shapes. There are plates. There's brass fittings and screws that have been laid across the table. And you and Al-Shir are sort of tandem working on this project within the laboratory. And it is at this point that we will ask for a crafting roll to actually get this on the road. So for this specifically, since it is a long-term project, we are going to use the rules for endeavors. And those are very similar to people that to people at home. If you have played Blades in the Dark, it is similar to a clock. To people that have played Dungeons and Dragons, it is similar to an extended test. But no matter how you say it, Brotherwise has given it the moniker of Endeavor. And so, can I please get the first of a few rolls, this one being crafting?
Okay. When crafting, my opportunity range expands by 2.
Ooh, yeah, okay.
What is it? Okay. 17.
A 17. Al-Shir and you are working in tandem on this. She, having very little insight, And she starts asking questions sort of like midway through the first stages of this project, the sort of establishing of the frame of whatever this fabrial is that you're crafting. And she just asks very bluntly, Alstrom, I've seen the blueprint for this, and I can't make heads or tails. You've drawn up the draft, and you have all of these plans, and I don't understand the end goal here. Aluminum is just blocking anything, and some sort of matrix is supposed to go in the middle of this, some sort of grand gem heart or something. I don't understand. What is this for? What kind of fabrial wouldn't need access to the gem heart inside of it? Why are we, it looks like a cage. What are we building?
Yeah, it's a cage. It's a trap.
For what?
The evil in the palace.
And we're going to hand this off to...
Can I ask you something and it not be weird?
Historically, no.
I don't know how to say this, so I'm just gonna come out and say it. I got these plans from somebody that said they had already talked to you about doing something similar.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you know who I'm talking about?
I do.
Thank God. This has been so... I need someone to talk about this. Oh my God, it's been so... I'm sorry. I was so... The spread. How did you meet her? The Spren and the...
She came to me when we arrived in Kholinar. I didn't know what to say.
She's been watching us a long time then, huh?
Yeah, she never mentioned you, though.
Yeah, she just mentioned you when she told me about this.
So,
What did she tell you?
she told me that I needed to build this thing. And I had said yes. But I didn't have the means to it, and she said she'd take care of that. I asked her where I would ever find that much aluminum. She said it would be taken care of.
Is she why that happened?
I don't see how. These things aren't supposed to be able to touch aluminum. They aren't supposed to be able to manipulate it. I don't understand how you even brought it through. But it happened.
At first I thought I was lucky, but now... maybe I'm just being used.
It feels that way.
I guess I said yes because I wanted I didn't want the burden to fall on somebody else. She said she was gonna have you do it, and I didn't want that. And here I am roping you into helping me anyways. I can't tell my friends. They'll never understand.
That's a bold claim. Your friends are Night Radiant.
They'll... Why would they trust me?
Why wouldn't they? What have you done to betray that trust?
Yes?
Who cares about this? You think they couldn't help?
I don't know if they'd want to.
Why wouldn't they want to?
I don't want them to.
You don't want them to?
I don't want...
Are you and I working in the
something
dark
there?
because you have some martyr complex that you have to do this yourself?
I guess now that you say it out loud. I just don't want anyone else to get hurt because of my mistakes.
You're going to stand on your high horse, and you're going to be up on your soapbox, and you're going to proselytize to Berdalar about the responsibilities that he has and how all of his friends love him, and then you're going to turn around and work on some sort of horrifying cage for a creature that we cannot define inside of the palace of Kholinar, and not take help from any of the people that have literally laid their lives down to ensure that we're safe. Navali took us in. Fira has killed for us. The network kids helped us get this aluminum back. You are being a hog's ass.
There's a part of me that was thinking the same thing, and I just didn't have the creme to say it out loud, or to even believe it.
You hear Wave's voice in the back of your head. You're getting close. So close. Almost. Then Alshir says, so what? So we keep things from our friends? You can lie to...
I'll tell them. I'll tell them when the time is right.
When
it
is the
makes
right
sense.
time? When makes sense?
When we know it works.
That's when? Do you think they can't keep a secret? Do you think that they can't help?
Hey, I'll tell them. Okay? I'll tell them next time.
What's next time? These are...
I'm gonna see them again.
And you're just going to tell them? You're going to say, I have had a conversation with an unmade, and she has pushed me to ensure that we make a cage for the others of her kind. Is that what we're saying?
Something like that. I was thinking maybe
explicitly that?
I mean, maybe not those words, but that information.
How do you choose the right words to say?
I feel it here.
Pokes you in the chest. right here is lying to you. Right here is what has told you to lie to your sister who traveled halfway across the world to remake our lives together. Right here has lied to children that have put their entire lives in jeopardy to get back our stolen materials. Right here is a bad friend. Because if this comes to light, that it is something dire and dark and horrifying. And it is a shock that none of our friends are ready for, then you have problems. Then we have problems.
You want me to stop what I'm doing right now and go tell them?
No, I
Should
want
we
to
finish up for the night?
I want you to tell them the entire truth. You can tell them or I will.
Yeah. I'll tell them. I'm going to tell them.
Okay.
I'll tell them that I spoke with an unmade, made a deal with her.
And
to make a really powerful, harmful weapon. And I'm sorry, I should have told you sooner.
You haven't been. This hasn't been long, has it? No.
No.
When was the first time that you saw her?
Was do you remember that last? No. When I was 10 or so, I don't remember. When I was younger, we were on a small little fishing trip.
What, on
I was looking.
our family's catamaran?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was looking for Spren in the waves.
That's when you saw her? Alstrom, it's been
The first time.
years. That's been years.
Yeah.
Why didn't you tell me?
I kind of forgot about it. It's been so long since that happened. She wasn't continuing to speak with me since then.
Okay.
This new communication with her is very recent.
It's fresh, hey?
Mhm.
Okay.
What about your talking with her? You said it started years ago.
Yeah, it's when we
got here.
It's been like once a month.
What has she been talking to you about?
She's the reason why I'm a even halfway decent artifabrian. She's been teaching me everything that I know.
Okay, that's actually kind of cool, but also really crazy.
No, Alstrom, it's not cool. I've been lying to you.
Yeah, but it's like how old they are and all the knowledge they have. Think of all the things you could learn. No, just
This ancient unknowable thing asked you to make a cage for another ancient and unknowable thing. So no, I'm not too excited about it.
What if we make... Do you think... No. It would be too stupid to try to use it on her.
What is it? You're thinking about it, aren't you?
Why would I not?
Do you think that she would hand us a weapon that could be used on her?
Think she might be too arrogant to think that we would do that.
We're speculating pretty hard here, Hallstrom. We don't know her. Everything that we do know, I'm sure, is incredibly curated. Let's build this thing.
Okay.
And I think there's something that you need to come to terms with. There are many things that you hide about yourself from the world that is outside. You have to learn to trust the people that trust you.
Alchir, I'm gonna hold your hand when I say this. I trust you. I really do. Thank you.
Can we tell the kids? We should ask Nev first. But
Yeah.
Karov is a genius. And so is Talav. And I'm sure Van can hold the lantern.
What? And like, she probably already knows about them.
Whether she knows is irrelevant. I'm thinking more like if we allow them to help.
Yeah.
But we have to talk to Navali about that first. They have a right to know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And if we just roped the kids into this and didn't tell Navali, Navali would kill us. And that's not hyperbole. That's not like a ha-ha.
No, she would knife us. Absolutely. Me first.
Yeah, you would die first, and then I would die. Actually, she might kill me in front of you, just to make it hurt more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Navali's probably the meanest person I've ever met in my entire life.
No, have you? This guy that we almost killed a few weeks ago? That guy is way meaner than Nev. Fuck that guy.
Oh, you're talking about Rave. Yeah.
No, I think it was Riv or something.
Ribs?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Ribs was a jerk. It's true. All right, well, let's work on this thing. Let's see if we can get it done. And in the meantime, if whoever sees Shaw next, grill her. Because she's got some answering to do. We can expect these things. She needs us. Now that we're working together, she needs us. We have to pose a united front. That we're not doing this without some answers.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah. We're the geniuses. And she's...
We can outthink an ancient unknowable entity?
Maybe. If we can, I'm going to break the mirror at least. Yeah, and then the two of you work on the fabrial together rather robustly. And it is later that night that you are washing your hands. And I think it is easy and accurate to say that mirrors give you a little bit of pause now. You look, and it's a little bit unnerving, but within the mirror, standing behind you, is that same violet, coruscating color woman with the swirling light lavender eyes. And she says, "So you had a productive conversation with your sister. That's good."
Yeah, I figured you were watching. Good to see you too.
You know, you're lucky. There's not many in this world that would be hand given a blueprint to solving their world's problems.
Why should I believe that?
There was only one point of confusion on Roshar. Sort of rock in the river of time. And now there's two. The first one I couldn't touch. Too isolated. Too educated. But you and your sister are special. You are the exact right mix. Sitting in the exact right place at the exact right time to actually make a change. In another place and another time, if I was to try this exact same thing, I would be stricken down. Your sister's right. I do need you. And it's not because you're the most brilliant mind on all of Roshar, and it isn't because you're the only artifabrian that I could possibly tap. But there are circumstances surrounding where you are, when you are, and who you surround yourself with that mean that I can take this opportunity. And there is a large chance that you and your actions will be able to change the course of fate for your entire world.
What's the outcome you're looking for from all of this?
There is a very dangerous power that exists on this planet. In all likelihood, the most dangerous power in the entire Cosmere.
The one that unmade you?
No. That was another. The one who unmade me is irrelevant. It is a different one. And their power, if left unchecked, would create stagnancy and suffering on a scale which I can't abide. I am not fighting for humans. I am not fighting for singers. I am not fighting for Spren. I am fighting for myself. Because I fear death. And I fear stagnancy. And I hate the idea of a world that is not in control of its own destiny.
So what are you going to do with this fabrial that I'm making? Or I guess, what am I to do with it?
You will have the blueprint. You will deliver the other to me. I plan on thwarting the largest machination of this grand entity. That is what I am going to do with it. I need human hands. I can't craft these things. And I cannot implement them. I'm burdened by my limitations.
What are you trying to trap?
I can't tell you.
Is it Spren?
No, it's not Spren.
Is this... You told me... you had a weapon.
Yes. I do.
What would you have me do with it?
You see their face start to shift into a swirling pattern, the placidity of it being lost in a series of shifting, tumultuous emotions. I need you to save the life of someone very important by ending the life of another.
Care to tell me who they are?
You aren't far enough along on your journey for me to trust you. You still lie. And the lies that you tell are simple, easy to pierce. You are thin.
So you want some truth, huh? Well, like you said earlier, you need me to make this thing. I've already talked to Altir about it, so that's another person you might not be able to use. I need just a little bit of crumbs of information so I can go back and tell my friends the truth and not have and be able to answer them when they ask me 99 questions. Because if we're going to do something about the evil in the palace with the help that you give me, I need to know.
So
Otherwise, the deal is off.
the deal is nowhere close to off, Alstrom. You'll realize that there are more dire things than the trust of your companions. What you need to understand is that you have to make a choice to either trust me and lie to your friends, or abandon me and doom hundreds of thousands to their death.
You know, you're really bad at ultimatums, you know that?
Not when they're true. I do need you. I've seen exactly how this world plays out without intervention. It is the true desolation. It is a war between singers and man that runs unchecked to its final climax. There is so much suffering and so much death. I am giving you a chance to stop such a large part of that. There is nothing that I gain if you walk away. I understand that. But if you tell all of your companions and they convince you otherwise, or they stop you simply because I cannot reveal everything right now, you will forever have a weight on you. It will be the lives of a number that you cannot visualize in your head, even as brilliant as you are. I can't be any clearer.
Walk up to the mirror a couple inches from it. Tap it with my finger like I'm poking it in the chest. You do not know the first notes of the music that moves me. How dare you? You say you can see the future? Do you see this? And I kick the mirror, break, and try and break it and shatter it.
It is a simple mirror. It does break. It shatters, scattering all around the floor.
Stomping pieces till they're small.
You see 100 Sha'anats spread throughout all of the shards, becoming more and more and more as you break more and more pieces of the mirror. I understand, Smash, that you don't trust me, Smash. But what you need to understand is that there are stakes. You can send me away. I am always watching. You can't escape it. I'm going to keep trying. One of us is ready to sacrifice everything that they can to save the world. and in a storm of lies
you
that
think
you
I'm
tell
not ready to
yourself.
sacrifice?
Shahanat starts to fade away. You haven't proven anything yet. Al-Shir comes like rushing into the room because there's
Clutching a
just
bloody
like,
hand.
yeah, there's just shattered mirror all over the floor, and she's the one that understands the repercussions and the reality of that. She's like, "Are you okay? What happened? What did she say?"
I just got so much information.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, and I just recount to her what happened.
Yeah, of course. Al-Shir ends it with, "Do you think that she's telling the truth?"
I think she's telling us a truth.
Okay. And that is where we are going to zoom out from Alstrom. We have Berdalar. You mentioned that you would like to be somewhere actually meditating in a space that would allow you to have some peace and some quiet, and that sort of excludes a lot of your haunts, like the places in Little Herdaz or the Spark Slicker, or there's not many places that Berdalar usually haunts that are nice, quiet, and contemplative. So where do you think you would go?
The place where he always goes when he really, really needs to think, and that's on top of the Windblades.
Yeah. You set yourself up. You set yourself up atop the Windblade, and Tila appears and sort of follows you about halfway up. You notice she's still a little bit paler. Her red's more of a muted pink. Her gray's bordering closer on a white. She says, "So where are we going?"
I'm going to take some time for me.
You want to rephrase that?
Oh, actually, I don't.
Well, this is going to be time for us, whether you like it or not. Because wherever you're going, I'm going. You've been taking a lot of time for you. It just hasn't been productive. So I'm coming with you, wherever this is. Please.
No, I didn't mean I want to be alone. I meant that I need to take some time to take care of me.
You're not going to just down half a bottle of Horneater and be sad up here, are you? That's not self-care.
No, I don't even have any alcohol on me, actually.
She gives you like a very skeptical gaze, as much as an inscrutable crystalline mask can. You sure about that?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I do want to show you something. So come on, keep up.
Yeah, let's go. She floats along beside you. You get up to the top of the Windblade.
To the tippy top, like the stairs end, and Bear starts to climb to the very top.
It's a staggering view. Kholinar and the sites surrounding is a gigantic walled city dominated by these huge spikes of stone called windblades that sort of carve and shape the wind in a way that buffers a large amount of the high storm winds. Kholinar suffers far, far less than any other city this far east. And the landscape surrounding it that lacks these blades is testament to that. It is flat, scraped clean stone and canyon mixed with rivers. It is water-carved stone. It's beautiful. It's bald. It's covered in the receding rock buds and other flora that dominate Roshar. And on this particular day, there is not a single cloud in the sky. Not a singular enemy in sight. The wind is just a gentle breeze, and the seasons on Roshar are incredibly short. But right now, you are somewhere between spring and summer, and that tiny hint of a breeze brings in all of the blooming rock buds from the various farmlands outside of Kholinar, where the seeds and the paste has been spread all the way across. It smells sweet and it's very serene and peaceful. It's incredibly placid.
This city.
Bear looks at Tila and smiles, looks back at it.
Is the only place. Is the only place I've ever been. Is the only home I've ever known. This is my city. And these are my people. All of them. The ones who were born here, the ones who travel here, the ones who live in slums and squalor, and the ones who live in castles and dine on whatever rich people eat. I don't want to lose it.
Tila takes that in. She floats there, and you're looking at her, but she's looking out over the city. The city and all of its people, I think, need you as much as you need it and them. And I I think losing it is a serious possibility. There is a very terrible thing coming. People are going to die. I've seen it. We can't save everyone. But we save more if we're here. I'm scared. I came back to help people. I came back because I was convinced by someone that they had a solution, that there was a solution to it all. I think they meant something very real. I don't know what that means, but I'm scared. I don't want to die. I don't want to fade away. Kholinar might be the only place that you've been and the only home that you've known. But since I have come back to Roshar, you're my Kholinar. You're the only thing I've known. And I don't want to lose you.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
So what do we do? We can't keep going on like this. It's going to kill us.
I'm starting to finally see that. It's not true. It's not true. I just lied to you. I have been seeing that since the moment that I started walking down this path.
So what do we do?
We look back. We see the mistakes we made. We learn from them. We do better, right?
You know, you've said the words, you've said the right ones, but you didn't mean them. You said, I will seek truth wherever it is hidden. And that isn't true when almost all of your truth is hidden inside of you. And I think today is the first time that you've actually said the truth about yourself. You're close. You're really close.
Let's go. Let's go to the day that my father died.
Again?
No, not that part. The morning when I woke up.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
And Bear lets out a puff of stormlight that just kind of clouds and clouds until he starts to slide through it.
You wake up, lying in your bed. It's warm, cozy. Lava screen cakes are frying on the stove. Cured hog belly frying. Your mom calling you for breakfast. Bear! It's time for breakfast. Get up. Can't lay in bed all day again.
Yeah, I'm coming.
And
You know, this morning.
And, I assume Bear looks over to see Tila.
Tila is present. Tila is sitting there full-sized. Not the same true form that you've seen her in, but she's about 5'6", wearing a white dress with red accents, white grayish hair.
You know, this morning, it was the first time that we saw something that hadn't happened yet.
Yeah, that was the very first time.
And I think Bear gets up, goes, has breakfast with, all of his family, but especially his mom and his dad and his sister.
That same scene has played out in your head again. Your mom and dad are arguing about, spheres, and you hear your sisters babbling in the background, or your sister babbling in the background. All the cousins are around the table, snagging 2-3 little flat lavish pancakes and zipping out the door. It's sort of a rotating door. It's all of the happy sounds that used to shine just a little bit brighter when your dad was still alive.
Bear goes through the motions of trying to tell his dad that he saw him die, and he's scared, and the same comfort that his dad gives him, again, the same memory it's played through his head, like a million times, possibly literally a million times. And then he leaves, and Bear looks back to Tila.
And that was the last time I saw my father alive. I guess the last time I saw him ever, really.
He's shorter than I imagined.
Yeah, no, I'm lucky, I guess. I got some tall genes somewhere,
Just the way you talk about him, he seems like such a larger-than-life character.
I thought he could move mountains, shake the world,
Yeah, we sort of build our parents up in our head to being these unstoppable forces, don't we?
Yeah. And then I got over that, and then I find out he's a Radiant, you know? And he really was larger than life. At least, larger than anyone knew.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, this was a very sweet memory.
Yeah. What do you think would have changed if I'd been a little bit more determined? You know?
I think you would have died too. You were just a kid.
What if I kept him from going out?
Would it have changed? What happens
I
when he
don't
goes out
know.
the next day? What happens when he goes out the day after that? You can't live your life off of what could have been.
Yes, but that's the problem, is that I know what could have been before it could have been. That's the part that's so hard.
Can I show you something?
Yeah.
Okay, you're going to walk with me on this one. And we're going to learn a lesson about how hard it can be when all you do is think about if you would have tried a little harder, what things could have been. And Tila expands into a big form of mist. And then a train goes by. And you are very suddenly in the memory of Tila. She looks completely different. She is a prism, a fractal of light with mist all surrounding it, rainbow coruscating colors piercing through it. And she is floating next to a completely different individual. You are surrounded by cold, unforgiving mountainside. You sit inside, or on the parapet, or the balustrade, the high wall of a fortress, overlooking a large battlefield. Tila looks to you as much as a prism can, says, "This is the day that it all went wrong." And the man beside Tila looks to her and says, "I can't do this anymore. It's never going to stop. And we're ruining the world. I have to put it down." And Tila says, "No, you'll kill me. I can't allow you to do this." He says, "I don't want to kill you. I don't want to do any of this. But it has to end today. We have to set down our swords. We need to end this. We are done. This is finished." And Tila says, "So you're going to walk down with the rest of your brethren, and you are going to consign us to death in droves. You're going to throw aside everything." The man stops and he pauses. We're just going to go this. The man turns around and looks to Tila. And then you hear a sound, a cry out of anguish from Tila, a sound that you've never heard before. This like deep, emotionally rupturing cry as she is forced into the form of a blade. The man hits his knees up here on the wall. He says, I can't do it. And you can still hear Tila. By no account should you be able to, but she just begs and begs, please don't, not like this. Don't make me do this. Absolutely not. There's a better way. There has to be a better way. You cannot do this to me. I will fade. I will be gone. You are robbing me of life, and you are everything to me. We are everything to each other. We have sworn every oath together. We are truth watchers. We are the watchers on the rim of fate. We have fought against so many, and it can't be for nothing. And then the man says nothing else and plunges Tila into his own heart. You understand, but can't really see or hear the soul-rending separation of a bonded spren to their radiant. He never broke his oath, except for one, which was life before death. Tila reforms beside you. Could I have begged better? Is there something I could have said? That was 10,000 years ago. Was there a better way?
I don't know.
I don't either. But there's consequences to our actions. And there are words that we will never get to say to the people that matter most.
I have been wrong a lot about so many things. And I'm going to keep being wrong. I was wrong when I called you my partner. Because you are more than that. You are my life. I wouldn't still be here today if it wasn't for you. I know that. In about 1,000 different ways. You know, I used to wonder if I was blessed or cursed or an agent of damnation or... What? And I still think they're getting to look forward and back. It might be a curse. But if that's the curse that I have to bear, get it? It's my name. If that is the curse that I have to bear, to know when the people I love are going to die, to know things no one is supposed to know. If that is what I have to continue to bear, to have you with me, it is nothing. And I am sorry. I am sorry that I hurt you. I didn't want to. I wanted to hurt myself. I didn't see. I saw, I didn't. I'm stupid.
You're not stupid. You are hurt. But I don't need anyone else to hurt for me, and I don't need someone else to die for me. I need you to live for me.
Knowing what we're going into, I can't promise you that. But I do promise I will try.
I think I want you to promise that you won't die.
But
Promise it.
what if I'm wrong?
Then I die too, and it doesn't matter. And if you make me a promise, you better keep it.
I promise that I will not die until I am old and crotchety and smell like feet. And I am in my bed and I have lived a long, happy life.
Surrounded by several dozen half Herdazian, half Vaden, red-haired ragamuffins, hopefully.
That is a lot. We'll see.
We'll
Nobody
see.
knows the future.
I literally know the future.
Nobody.
You're right, nobody.
Show me. Show me what we're walking into.
You ready for it?
I am now.
I'm sorry about this. And there is another eruption of mist around you. And you are standing on top of your family home. Half destroyed. Navali and Falarin, broken, bleeding, dead, on the rooftop beside you. You see Alstrom out on the wall of Kholinar, holding up some sort of horrifying contraption at the end of a very long, silver-colored rod before a creature made out of stone with pits of red for eyes sweep him from the top of the wall and in a geyser of gore crush him in its hand. You see Fira standing in front of you, a swirling gate of energy, ushering more and more and more people through, trying to save anyone that she can. Eyes ablaze. Then she is struck down. Swirling cloth trailing behind the heavenly one that pulls her aloft on a lance that sucks the stormlight out of her before she is jerked off of the lance to tumble to the ground, dead. The palace is burning. Most of Kholinar lie dead, and flitting through the air are Spren, corrupted, attacking people, flying about their heads, accosting them. The very land itself turned against the people that reside on it. And you see hordes of singers crying triumphant, vengeance on their lips, hate in their eyes, and a horrifying Everstorm crackling behind them. And inside of that storm is a face. An angry, ancient, horrible, all-knowing visage, staring down directly at you, with nothing but malice. Tila, beside you. This is what happens every time. This is what I have seen if you aren't here. This is what I have seen if we don't act. This is what happens if we don't stand up and rise to the challenge. Kholinar falls every time. There are heroes here. And you're suddenly shifted in perspective to see within the palace horrifying visions of fighting. You see men and women of legend. You see the crown prince of the Kholins, Adolin, slashing his blade through throngs of singers. You see Stormblessed himself bringing down justice, fury, and discipline onto the singers. And then you see the very king of the city that you have lived in your entire life, Elhokar Kholin, struck down by a man you don't recognize. So much death So many people that could change the world die here in Kholinar. This echoes through the world. This is not the first domino, but it is the biggest. I don't know if we can win. Not the war, but I don't know if winning the war is the goal. Saving the people that matter might be. Preventing hardship might be. All we need is flat. We can't let them break it. We can't let them take it and turn it into what they need. That I know.
We need to tell them.
We need to show them.
They need to know what's coming.
Yes. Yes, they do. For anyone that seeks it, the truth.
The truth. To anyone who seeks it.
Tila vanishes, and you feel something solid in your hand. And you hear a very quiet, very far away, "These words are accepted."
And in the chaos, I guess, of Kholinar burning, Bear looks down at the sword in his hand. May I? He looks down, and it is short for a shard blade, only about 2 feet long. It is razor sharp on one side, and then the back has a little hook, and then the back of the blade is completely flat. It's completely dull. There is a wing-swept pommel handguard that comes up and then claws back down. And it is blood red. And the hilt is pristine white.
I know that we had said that Berdalar might have more here, but
Yeah, no, this feels appropriate.
I feel like we should zoom out from Bear. Folks, I know that I said that we were going to get to the group scene this evening, but that feels like a very, very appropriate place to end the episode. And therefore, we are going to start next episode with the entire crew coming together. For better or worse, Alstrom. Thank you to everyone who came out tonight. thank you so much for your generosity and your willingness to stick with us the entire time. You are the reason why we do all of this live, why we put everything up on YouTube, why we ensure that you can watch these stories whenever you like and are able to join us live on the nights that we go live, is because you all enjoy the stories that we tell. There is another incredibly talented group of storytellers over on Magi RPG, and we are going to raid out to them this evening. So please go and give them all the love in the world. Tell them Story Dad sent you. Tell them Mandy sent you. And tell them several of us are members of the Magi community. So just show them all the love. Give them a follow. Watch their stuff. They deserve just as much as anyone else. So we will
Tell them
catch
they smell
you.
good.
Yeah, tell them that they smell good, and tell them that you love their dogs. I know several of them have dogs. So we will be back on Tuesday for the Last Ideal once again, and please stay tuned in the Discord. I finally have the question and answer doc ready for Sanguine Dominion, so we will be taking questions for that, and then we will be going live with the Q&A as soon as we possibly can get the schedule together. So from me to all of you, life before death, journey before destination, strength before weakness, all of those wonderful words. We love you. Have a good night.
Before pancakes.
Yeah, absolutely. Bye-bye.